welcome everybody to World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name is Maxwell and today's first replay is from the user Extra Derp. That is Extra Derp, and he's driving the Comet on a standard battle on Caernarvon. Comet is a tier 7 medium tank for the British. In fact, we have a couple of British replays for you today, both of them going to be from the British tank line. You know my opinions on the Comet if you have been a subscriber for some time. It's a decent tank, but a little bit lackluster in my opinion. It's got good speed and maneuverability, a decent hit point pool for its tier, but the gun just leaves a hell of a lot to be desired. But the way that Extra Derp is going to use this tank is pretty much perfectly as you should use this tank, reacting when he should. And, well, anyway, just sit back, relax, and watch. So straight away, Extra Derp going to be heading through the centre of the map, but just slightly to the right of centre. Going to see if he can catch anybody off. Oftentimes, you can catch a few people straight ahead of this location, caught out slightly, and you're able to get some nice damage onto them. This KV-1S backing off a lot there. That shell seemed to pass straight through the tank, and that one did as well. A little bit strange there. Going to move out a little bit just to see if he can hit him. Maybe that wasn't part of the hitbox. Gets one good hit on the KV-1S. KV-1S decides he's going to have to start moving. Doesn't want to take another shot in the rear, as that will end his game. So Extra Derp going to give him a wide berth. Come around and get some hits on the front of this Tiger. Unfortunately, although the Tiger has pretty lackluster armor for its tier, still enough to turn aside the shot from the Comet, but still able to keep him pinned down. The Tiger has lost half of his hit points, and Extra Derp is going to sit here and be patient, try and wait the enemy out. Looks like they haven't committed nearly enough tanks to this area. You can see Extra Derp is just getting around behind everybody very, very easily. Just going to have a quick shot at this Panther here. Tried to take his track out, but just bounced his shot there. Takes a shot in the face by this ELC, but it looks like that one only able to damage his tracks. Not quite able to get another shot on the ELC. Very, very lucky for that light tank to be able to get away from that one. That shot is able to finally penetrate the rear of the Panther, as his second and third. Panther decides to charge forwards, but he's caught now between 3 medium tanks, and it's not going to be long for him. Not sure where this KV-1S is looking. It looks like he may have just rage quit. Server reticule would have really come in handy there, as Extra Derp has a shot and it flies off into the middle of nowhere, trying to get a hit on that SU-152, and he's just behind cover. It looks like Extra Derp is now in behind the enemy. Just got to be careful of this SU-152 in case he decides to switch his attention down this road here. Gets the rear of the Tiger here, and there's going to be nothing this Tiger can do, and he's going to be for it. Unfortunately, Extra Derp doesn't have very much alpha damage, but he does have good rate of fire, and he's able to take out that Tiger thanks to his positioning. I'm going to switch across now to this T-49. T-49 misses his first shot and then makes a run for it. Decides that he can't really run straight ahead as there's too many enemy tanks. Gets set on fire, and then he gets taken out as well. That SU-152 really going to make a nuisance of himself, because the enemy has a lot of tanks in the Freedom Square there. So Extra Derp going to come and try and offer some support to his allied Tiger 1 here. As you can see, he's got the rear armor of all of these enemy tanks here, and this is exactly how you need to play a Cromwell, not a Cromwell, a Comet, is to get in behind and to the flanks of the enemy. Panzer Soufflé takes a shot in the rear from the Tiger 1 there, stubbornly refusing to turn. He did have a shot and missed though, and he gets taken out now. Not going particularly well for the Allies at 8 kills to 11, but like I said, Extra Derp is in behind them now. This IS and this M7 fully focused on taking out this Tiger 1, so he's going to have side and rear armor all day long. Tiger 1 still in a decent amount of hit points as well. This IS is going to start taking some damage. Hopefully he doesn't disappear around the corner. Looks like he is slightly reluctant, traversing his turret towards Extra Derp, but it's not going to be quick enough. Oh, not quite able to take him out. 1 hit point left on the IS, and he gets taken out now. Can he get some revenge on this ELC, the only person to shoot at him so far? He can indeed, and that is kill number 5. Still not going well though, only himself and this Tiger 1 left. 13 kills to 11 on the enemy team. Most of the enemy team are in and around their cap circle now. So it's going to be a case of getting into position and trying to attack into that. But to be honest, with it being 13-11, the enemy team is probably going to be on the offensive. So they probably just need to play a little bit defensively and a little bit careful, stick together. The fact that Extra Derp is on 100% hit points is going to play well for them. But again, not got a very good cannon with very good armor penetration. Finds the SU-152, gets one shot on him, but it's a critical hit. Goes for a second as it looks like he is aiming at the Tiger 1 instead. Does take a hit in the face from someone. The Tiger 1 is able to take out the SU-152. Now got to spin himself around because there's a Jagdpanther behind them. Both of them just going to turn around. There we go. There's the Jagdpanther spotted out and then taken out by this Tiger. Looks like the Stug is going for a base capture, and even if he's not going for a base capture, he's at least driving through the cap circle. He must have been in and around Freedom Square and headed all the way up that road, leaving the Tiger 1 to square off against the IS-2, although it looks like the IS-2 isn't really making much of an advance, so the Tiger 1 was thinking about coming back with Extra Derp, but Extra Derp is just heading off at great speed to try and find this Stug, who is now no longer in the cap circle. Looks like he was pressing down to try and offer some support to the IS-2. Maybe going to try and sandwich them, the two tanks, the Tiger 1 and the Comet, together. There he is, find him, and he's again got the rear armor of this Stug, takes out his track, and this is just going to be a case of whittling him down. Comes in and takes him out, and that is a well-deserved Top Gun medal. So absolutely brilliant replay there from Extra Derp, showing off his skills in the Comet, flanking around behind the enemy, getting all of the side and rear armor, pretty much just being in the right place at the right time for the entirety of the match. So excellent replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget to stick around, guys, because as always, there's another game coming right up. And our second replay today is from the user Nether Prime. That is Nether Prime, and he's driving the Caernarvon on a standard battle on the Abbey. Caernarvon is a tier 8. Excuse me, Caernarvon is a tier 8 heavy tank for the British. It's pretty much an all-rounder, a decent brawler. It has okay armor, has a pretty good cannon. If we just take a look at its hard stats, damage and penetration are pretty good for its tier, but its rate of fire is excellent, as with most British tanks. So this one is a little bit slow to get started just because of the map. The tanks always have to drive a decent distance in order to get into a scrap, so we'll just speed that up until we get into some action. Nether Prime, as you can see, heading all the way to this left-hand flank. Gonna have to play this one carefully though, because as you can see, the only tanks here are himself and this KV-1S. Takes a really good snapshot there at that Tiger 2. Landing some good damage onto him. Lands a second good hit as well. Not sure if he's been spotted. A Type 58 is sneaking all the way around here, and it looks like Nether Prime's going to be able to take him out for an early kill. Going to have another shot at this Tiger 2 any second now, focusing in on his lower plate. Got to be careful now that nobody sneaks up from his right-hand side, but I think he's probably here pretty quickly. 30 kilometers an hour is a pretty okay speed for a heavy tank. I'm going to see if he can take out the Tiger 2. Decides to suicide off a little wall there, and he gets taken out by the by the Caernarvon of Nether Prime. And that's kill number 2, and 1,000 points of damage just in that little fast and furious exchange. So now going to switch their attention to the south of the map. Nobody really appeared yet. Then a T-34 turns up. Lands a good hit on the KV-1S. I think the KV-1S returned fire and missed. Nether Prime knows he's got the reload on the T-34. Should be able to land a couple of good hits before he is reloaded. Keeping his armor angled, T-34 doesn't know where to shoot and bounces that one. Hopefully, there we go. The KV-1S comes in from the side for another little bit of damage. Lands another good hit on the front of this T-34. He's going to have to play this one carefully. T-34 decides to switch his attention to the KV-1S. Takes out the KV-1S, and Nether Prime, if he plays his cards right, should be able to reload and land another bit of damage on this T-34 before he's ready. There we go. Kill number 3. Now turns attention to this ARL-44. He's already bounced one shot. He's got himself angled very well. Takes one hit from that ARL. Now he's just going to charge him down and get into close combat. Maybe try and make the ARL make a mistake, which he does. He bounces his next shot. Nether Prime backing off to keep his upper plate in view. Gets one hit through his armor. Just one more should be enough. That is a quick kill number 4, and that's 3,000 points of damage. So very, very lucky on the part of Nether Prime that the enemy only decided to assign 2 tanks to this flank. Although the allies themselves only assigned 2 tanks, himself and this KV-1S. But they come out victorious on this one, and then Nether Prime going to make a move towards the enemy cap circle. Going to see who we can spot out. Allies on the right-hand flank are doing pretty well as well. Looks like everywhere that the allied team went, they are just winning the fight, winning this one 9-6. Gonna see if we can get a shot on that KV-1S, but it looks like nope, he's on the other side of the Abbey. Does find a Tiger P here. He's got all of the rear armor, which is nice because the front armor of a Tiger P is pretty damn strong. Lets his gun reload. Tiger P still not looking in this direction, so he takes another hit. Wonder if he's going to start traversing his turret over here. He does finally. Decides not to put his front armor onto target, though, for some reason. Just sitting there out in the open with his side armor facing Nether Prime. He takes another shot through the side. Maybe he should start thinking about straightening his tank up, but no. Backs off, and if anything, angles his rear towards Nether Prime. So this guy's obviously had his brain replaced with a potato, as he has absolutely no idea how to play a heavy tank. Takes another big shot, and if Nether Prime can get this next one, it means he's going to have 100% to the Tiger P. Still not straightened up. That's him dead. 1,450 points of damage donated straight to Nether Prime. And that was his kill number 5. Has a look at a 110 here. Also on 100% hit points. It would be nice if this guy would also donate all of his health. But he's getting pressed down on by a Rheinmetall and an SU-152. Although Nether Prime is consistently getting damage through his side. There's just this 110 and a stealthy Jagdpanther left. Jagdpanther's trying to hold back the tide of allied attackers here, and he gets himself taken out. This 110 is making a dash for the little cubby hole to try and hide himself. Takes a shot in the rear, and if Nether Prime, nope, doesn't get the last shot, which is a little bit unfortunate. Not to pick up a Top Gun medal, but still picking up 5,000 points of damage in that fast and furious exchange on the left-hand flank there. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, please send that into replay@screenreality.com. The link for that is in the description. All you need to do is attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And also, don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you enjoyed it, you learned something, then think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I've been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks Replays, and I will catch you guys next time.